Hi, this is Christy and I am going to make a recipe. It's called Moist Pork Shoulder Country Style Ribs. I have never been a big rib fan. However, my son is he's 15, and years ago, after he was born, my dad brought over these ribs and they were to die for. I didn't like ribs until then. Anyways, so I want to show you how to make them where they're fall off the bone tender. Okay, here's my roasting pan. I am out of Pam, so I put my foil down there and I put a little olive oil. And here's my ribs. And make sure to get pork shoulder country style ribs with no bones. Okay, to get the ribs ready, very simple. I'm going to put my oven on. I'm going to bake 350. Okay, to get that started. And here's my seasonings that I use. It's very simple, very good. Okay, we have onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and this is amazing. If you've never tried it, you have to get it. It's called Jane's Crazy Mixed Up Seasonings. We just call it crazy salt. It's very versatile. It goes with so many things. My kids love it. We love it on everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to season my ribs with these seasonings. There we go. It's a little fuzzy there for a minute. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put them all in the pan. Let me get them all. Well, these are some big ribs. Actually, there is a little tiny bit of bone in there, but I think it says no bones on the... It has a little bit of bone in the back. Let me see. Does it say... Yeah, these have a little bit of bone. I didn't know they did, but it's okay. It's not a lot. I got a packed with and a pack without. Okay, so now I am going to start with the crazy salt. I'm going to coat all over. These are going to be so delicious. I'm going to put pepper, garlic powder, and you know what? Garlic powder and onion powder is just something I love that I use in a lot of my recipes. Meatballs, meatloaf. My mother-in-law kind of taught me that trick. This recipe is probably nothing like new. However, it's delicious. Okay, just one moment. Okay, I made sure that I coated them very well on both sides with all my seasonings, the black pepper, the crazy salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now, you know, I just kind of threw it on there on both sides with each container, but you don't have to do it like that. You can get a bowl and put them all in there and mix it and then, you know, coat the ribs like that. I just prefer to do it this way. So I've got them all coated, have them on my foil. That really helps with the mess. So now I have my oven at 350. I'm going to pop them in the oven for 20 minutes and get them browned all over on both sides. And I'm going to turn them halfway through. There we go. Let's get them in there. All right. I'm going to set the timer. Alrighty. We'll wait for 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, so I'm going to get the ribs out. There we go. Pretty heavy. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush this. This sauce is so good. Sweet Baby Ray's. It's my favorite barbecue sauce. You can use whatever sauce you want. I'm going to pour it on. I'm going to put it all over the top. And I'm going to turn them over and put them back in the oven for another 20 minutes. All right, here we go. I don't have a brush, so I'm doing this with my spoon. Alrighty, I'm gonna just coat this all over the barbecue sauce all over. These These ribs are gonna be so good. Okay. All right. Now I'm just gonna flip them over. I love these tongs. Use them for a lot of different stuff. All right. Whoops. All right, halfway there. All right, now I'm going to put barbecue sauce all over here on top, both sides. And some people do homemade barbecue sauce. I mean, you can do whatever kind of sauce you want. I really, really love the Sweet Baby Ray sauce. It's one of my favorites. You can't go wrong. All right, now I'm going to pop these back in the oven for another 20 minutes at 350 until the barbecue sauce gets kind of caramelized on there. So let's get those back in there. Get my glove on. All right, here we go. All right, look good already. Okay. Set the timer for another 20 minutes. Okay, I just took the pork ribs out of the oven. They were in there for another 20 minutes. So now I am going to cover them up. I'm going to cover them up. And we're going to set the oven at 250. I'm going to put these bad boys in there for about 2 to 3 hours. And depending, also, you know what, also I planned on putting a little bit more barbecue sauce in there. But put them in there for 2 to 3 hours and they're just going to roast slowly. And, you know, you could do it for 2 hours and take them out and check and see how tender they are and put them back in for an hour is probably what I'm going to do. They can even be in there longer if you like. But when they're fall off the bone tender, that's the best. So I'm going to probably cook them for about approximately 3 hours. And when they're all done, I'll show you the finished product. Okay, here are my country style pork ribs. As you can see, I cooked them a little over 3 hours. I'm like saying 3 hours and 20 minutes. To be honest, you could even cook them at 250 for a couple more hours if you want them more tender. As you see this one right here, watch this. See if I can get it on camera. Watch how this, it just comes right off. It's delicious. It's very, very tender. It like melts in your mouth. And with it, we're gonna have these vegetables. I steam these vegetables and I put some garlic salt on there, a little olive oil, and I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. That's a really nice, healthy way to get the kids to eat it too, and they love it. Sprinkle this all over. Little garlic, little Parmesan. The kids love it. And also we're gonna have some baked potato to go with it. And it makes an absolutely delicious melt in your mouth, mouth-watering meal. Here is the finished product. Baked potato, veggies, tender country pork style ribs. And here's my recipe. All right, here's my daughter Savannah. She's gonna try the ribs. This is our hot baby, little bite. See if she likes it. They're really good. All right, good.